Why? Well, good morning, good morning, good morning! Hello and welcome, my name is Mary Fortune. I'm a sweet little ferret made of cake and Cornwall, and I hope everyone is having a marvelous muscled Monday, or in the time zone behind me, a stupendous stoked Sunday. I'll make myself bigger. Sorry, I'm trying to make it so you guys can't see my sleeves poking out of the blanket. That was annoying me. There we go. That's fine. I like that. But yes, hello, hello, hello! Welcome in, everybody. We're doing some writing today. Anyways, not me immediately deciding this was good enough. I checked. Like, I was like, oh yeah, this is good enough. I checked. And now I'm like, no, it's not. I can do better. Just gonna... No, that is not what I wanted, and I know you know. No. No. That is fine. Okay. So, we're doing some writing this morning. But first, let's have a quick yap. Let's have a... I say quick yap, but that could be literally anywhere between like 5 minutes and like 20 minutes. But yeah, let's have a quick yap. First things first, a little bit of housekeeping, cottage keeping, as I like to say. Thank you to Piston11 for the follow from yesterday. I really appreciate it. It's very sweet of you. My apologies for missing it yesterday. I only realized I got followers yesterday after I was checking my analytics on Twitch, and it was like, you got 2 followers. And I'm like, I did? And the worst part is I can only see the Piston notification. So if there is a second person who followed me during yesterday's stream, thank you so much. I don't know who you are, but it's very sweet of you. I appreciate it. Speaking of yesterday's stream, last night, when I was like downloading the VOD, putting it on YouTube, I was like, oh, the thumbnail, it's a bit ugly. I don't really like that thumbnail. So I had a look at the different like auto-generated thumbnail options. None of them were good. None of them were good. I can't remember the default one that it landed on. I think you literally couldn't... I think it was like when I was messing around with those blue-green gradients, and they looked really bad. I was like, you can't tell what's going on. So like, but the other 2 thumbnails were literally taken like seconds apart. Like, one is like scrolled slightly further up, one is like slightly further down. And it's both of the same moment where I was working on Nana's hand as she was touching the buttons on Zakari's chest. I'm like, Twitch, you're horny. You're a pervert. I mean, I think we've all been knowing that, but still. I was like, wow. That's not at all what I wanted. I was really hoping I'd find like something from like maybe the sketch stage that looked good, but no. Instead, it was like, here are your options. Dog shit and like... Not that... Oh my god, Minty is so loud sometimes. But she's now queen of the castle. She's in a tower. Good for her. But yes, I was like, oh man, none of these are what I would prefer to choose for my thumbnail. But that's fine, because I'm now curious. Why? So this morning when I was grabbing a link to my Twitch channel, I was like, oh, let's just see how many views I got overnight. And I was expecting like somewhere between 38 and 58. That sounds really specific, kind of, like the 8 sounds specific, the range not so much, but usually my VODs will get like 40, maybe 50 views if I'm lucky, and it tends to be closer to like the next rounded up number than not, so that's why I chose 8. Usually it's like 58, 48, 49 sometimes. I think those are like all numbers from previously in the last couple streams. But drawing VOD, which is like 5 fucking hours long, has 188 views, which I genuinely think is the most I've ever had like overnight. The only other time I think I've had like an comparable number was like the debut Spectre and Duel Links VOD. Like, I remember, but even then, I think it only got 108. So I'm very confused what's going on there, but I appreciate it. If you're a VOD frog, hello, welcome, I love you. You're insane. But I appreciate you. What else? Speaking of Duel Links, actually, the next character event is both irritating and a nothing burger. Like, I want to feel something towards it, but at most it's like, meh. So the new Duel Links event, the character event, is you can unlock the Team Satisfaction era, Jack and Yusei. And I'm like, that's fine. I don't really care. I do not gaff. I do not give a fuck. It's not for me, I know that, like, I'm not the biggest 5Ds girly, like, obviously you guys know I'm not exactly Little Miss Synchro summoning over here, but that's fine. That's fine. I'm happy for the 5Ds and joys. It feels nice, but part of me is like, should it really be an entire event? Like, yeah, I'm just salty, because I'm trying to think of when the last fucking Vrains event was, and I think the last Vrains event was, like, Flame. We haven't had, like, a Vrains event since Flame, and that was, like, January of last year, wasn't it? Or like, maybe February? Like, oh, we haven't had a new Vrains character in so long. I think the next one will be Kusanagi. I feel like they hate me. They won't give me Earth anytime soon. So I feel like it'll be Kusanagi. But Kusanagi's really good. He's so underrated. He deserves so much love. So I think so that's my money. My money's on next unlockable Vrains character will be Kusanagi because they hate me. But they love everyone else. What else? I mean, I would also take an Arc 5 character, an Arc V character. I just don't know who. Like, Mieru is my girly, obviously. I love Mieru, but I don't know. I don't think she's like the most pressing character to be added to Arc 5 because it's like we've got all the bracelet girls, we've got all the U boys. It's like who else is there to really add who will like add some hype? I don't think Mieru is that girl. I mean, it would be really hype for me, but I don't know about anyone else. And again, we all know Mr. John Konami hates me. Because otherwise he would be, like, sucking my wallet dry. Like, he does not know how good he could have it. What else? I listened to the Auto Fista song last night. Honestly, the music itself did not do it for me. However, the music video was actual peak. Like, I was, like, watching it, and I was like, oh yeah, this is fine, I'm enjoying it, it's not gonna be, like, my favorite Hololive original song or anything. But then, we get the creation of Adam scene with Gigi and Cece, and I was like, it's absolute cinema, we have reached peak, so that's my opinion. Purely because of that. And they had, like, the yaoi chins and everything, I was like, this is peak. So yeah. I'm now convinced they are married in real life, however. The G in Green Woman stands for yay. What else? Oh, I was a good ferret last night, I was a good noodle cat last night, and I did not buy takeaway. I actually looked through the freezer to see what we had, and I found some fish, and I thought it was salmon, but it wasn't, so I overcooked it, and it tasted really bad. But it was like, but I enjoyed my salad. You guys know me, I love my warm roast potato salad. And I only had one potato, but that was like completely enough. Any more, I don't think I would have finished my food, honestly. And technically I didn't, because I was like, this fish is like the worst thing I've ever put in my mouth, quite frankly. Because I overcooked it thinking it was salmon, and now I feel dumb, because I was like, isn't salmon like usually pink before it goes in? But I thought it was salmon because the last like packets of fish we had was salmon, so I don't know what kind of whitehead maybe, because it was like a white fish. And you guys know how I was talking yesterday about how we have like this spicy Korean marinade thing in the cupboards and no one used it because it's meant for like 2 people? Yeah, I think 3 people absolutely could have like had 3 people's worth of meat marinated in that, because I poured it all over the fish and I was like, oh, this is way too much. The flavor was interesting. I'm starting to think maybe I'm not a huge Korean food person either. Like, sweet and spicy is like a goated combination, but I don't know. It wasn't quite doing it for me, but I liked it at the same time. It's like, oh, this isn't my favorite. I don't think I'd eat it again, but like, I'm not, like, or anything. I didn't think it was, like, bad. I was like, there was elements I liked, but I feel like there were more elements I disliked, however, which is a bit sad. Because it came out so glossy, I was like, oh, this is such a beautiful, savory looking sauce. But yes. So part of me is like, maybe I should have cooked the fish and then put the sauce on the salad. Maybe I should have done it that direction. But I'm thinking that was like more salad than fish. And the sauce is quite strong. The sauce was quite strong, so I'm not sure. I think I did choose like the right combination. If I just The worst part is I cooked the fish for like 8 minutes. And I checked on it. I added more sauce. But because I still thought it was salmon at that point, I was like, oh, it's only halfway cooked. But no, I think it was fully cooked at that point. I should have just eaten it then and there. So that's a bit silly of me, but I didn't go to bed hungry or anything, so that's the main thing. And I didn't have to spend money. I think I spent only $4.50 yesterday because I wanted apple juice. Like that's the only, it's because when I went down the street to go buy that bloody HDMI to USB, but not USB-C cable, I wanted like a consolation prize, but really I wanted a chocolate milk, but I went to the supermarket and they only had lactose-free chocolate milk. I was like, on special, because I am stingy, I am frugal, I'm just like my dad, I have a very tight ass like that. So I was like, I'm only buying the chocolate milk if it's on special, and they I guess because it's $2.50 for chocolate milk oat, everyone's fucking buying it because they only had the lactose-free left over, and no one wants the lactose-free milk unless you actually have to drink it, because you are lactose intolerant. So then I was like, okay, well, bye-bye. So I walked to the, to one of the cafes, and I looked in their drink fridge, hoping they would have chocolate milk for sale, but they didn't. So then I was like, okay, I'll just buy my favorite, Noah's drink. So Noah is a, like, fruit drink company here in Australia. It's an Aussie company. And my favorite of their drinks is actually their, like, green smoothie, which sounds insane. I feel like if you told me with no context that this is the most delicious drink you'll ever have, like, at least as far as fruit juices go, and you told me it was the green one, I'd be like, no way, Jose. I'm usually, like, an apple juice girly anyways, or, like, apple and black currant juice. But their green smoothie is really nice. It's got apple, it's got mango, it's got kiwi. I think the kiwi is just there's so much kiwi in it that that's what turns it green. I think there's also, like, a peaches or something is in it. It's a really yummy drink. But they didn't have any, so I did have to just get the apple juice. But apple juice was weird. I swear to God it was spicy. Like, I don't know, it had like a weirdly piquant aftertaste. Like, I'd drink, I'd be like, yummy, apple juice. And then I'd swallow and I'd be like, ugh, why is it spicy? So I don't know what's going on there. That's really weird. So now I'm like, well, maybe I'll never buy a apple juice ever again, because what if it's spicy? And I don't think this is me having, like, a weird palate, because my mum did Meals on Wheels the other day, so my aunt also does Meals on Wheels, but normally she does it with, like, her best friend. But her best friend is away this weekend, so my aunt asked my mum if she wanted to, like, tag along, and they did it together. Good for them. And when Mum got home, she was like, you can have the apple juice, sweetie, and I'm like, yay, thank you! And it tasted like normal apple juice, so I'm thinking it is just Noah's, which is weird. Anything else from yesterday? After I just let Chody Boytes, I don't even know if that's how you say her URL, I'm sorry. I just let that stream play in the background whilst I was, like, doing things like cooking dinner, for example. But afterwards, because I needed so when I'm still running checks on YouTube, I just open a Twitch stream and just let Twitch just autoplay, but I was looking at who was live, and there was literally no one I wanted to, like, rack up 3 points on, except for the official Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime stream, so I tapped into it, and I was like, oh, they're in the, tournament arc of Arc 5, like, the very first one, the part that was, like, peak, you know, so I just let that play, and in the morning, they're, like, decently into the synchro arc. So part of me is like, I want to keep an eye on it, that stream, in case they get to any of the Reigns episodes anytime soon. Because when I was checked in on it this morning, they were like, I think they were doing like the Food vs. Smiles war. So yes. So that's like what, another 100 episodes or so? That's 24 minutes plus ad breaks. It's not impossible. I might be able to check in on it again later, and maybe I'll get to catch a glimpse of Spectre. Wouldn't that be lovely? Have I had enough of a yap? I don't know. Is there anything else I wanted to talk about really quick? The OBS was being irritating, actually. There is something. So as you guys can see, I have my, like, Word document open. I'm ready to write. Probably. But I had all my, like, writing, all the documents I wanted to work on today, ready for stream today. I got it all done yesterday, but when I opened up OBS this morning, for some reason it wouldn't like recognize the second Firefox window I had open, so I had to take all of the tabs I had open and then put them back into my main tab, and then I had to like organize all the tabs I didn't want you guys to see because sometimes I just have like stuff open that I don't want to get rid of. For example, the raunchy Dakunana art I was talking about. Ooh, I'm gonna be naughty. I'm gonna look at it right now because you guys can't see it. Ooh, they're so naughty. They're so raunchy. So yeah, but you guys didn't see it. Yeah, only I can see it because I have Privator. Privator? I think in my head I've always said a Privata, but now that I'm saying it out loud, it's probably meant to be like Privator. But to me, it's like Privator. Yeah, I think I've run out of topics to talk about. Like, I think that's like the only things that I did. I did like fall asleep to writing some stories last night. However, none of the stories I was writing in my head last night were the ones that I want to work on this morning. There is like one document I can definitely brute force. So there is a possibility that when this stream goes back up on YouTube, like at the end of month, beginning of June, because this VOD will go up on June 2nd. If it gets archived. As far as I know, there should be no reason why it can't be archived. We haven't done anything naughty or as far, when I say naughty, I usually just mean like BGM wise. Like, we didn't get bonked. 5 hours of Nintendo music and we didn't get bonked. That is so beautiful to me. That is so important to me. So hopefully the same thing today, although I chose winter Nintendo music because it is a very dark and dreary morning. I got to sleep in this morning. Can you guys believe it? Minty was nice to me. She let me sleep in. Like, I woke up at 8:15. That is a 45-minute sleep in. I mean, I still woke up because she was being naughty, and when I did, I was like, huh? Why are you there, sweetie? Like, she put herself in gay baby jail. I was like, what are we doing? Why are you in my closet? Just, like, barricaded in because I've got, like, random stuff in front of the closet. I really need to clean my room sometime soon. I swear to God, I used to be able to keep my room, like, neat and tidy, but now it's like, who cares? But yes, I think that's it. I think that's as much as I would like to yap about. So today's stream, we might do like written kitten sprints. It depends, because you guys seem to look like you'd be able to read most of the document. Maybe if I just tweak I'm gonna tweak the window capture slightly more again. Yeah, that looks good. I mean, I don't love that it... Can I? I can! Wonderful! Okay, let's move it slightly more. Okay, never mind. I wanted it to, like... We're just gonna have to deal with it, I guess. There's, like, that little icon at the top. Do you guys see it? There's, like, the little cloud icon. I want it to be fully hidden, but... It won't let me. Wait a minute, something else is wrong. I swear, since updating the bloody OBS, things just look different. Like, did they make the screen bigger? Like, there's like that, do you guys see that, like, black bar? There's like that black bar. I don't know what its deal is, it's odd. Anyways, I also chose the Noemi Lan again because I'm like, it's the last days of autumn, it's pretty wintry. So we've got winter Nintendo music and we've got the autumn themed background layout, which I think is a good choice actually because like I said, you guys can actually read this. It's zoomed in quite well. Okay. Written Kitten is kind of not good on it, however. So maybe we'll just, like, write directly into the document, because you guys can see it. Let's do a quick Wordle session, because you guys know me, I love my Wordle. We have our writing rituals, this is mine. I just quickly do Wordle. I only do it, like, specifically with you guys, however. As usual, the starting word shall be right. Ooh. We gotta hit immediately. naturally, I can't really think of any words that would have the T there. The word shoot came to mind, like C-H-U-T-E. However, we know there's no E, so I don't think it's shoot. The next word that came to mind was gritty, but I know it's not gritty because there's no R and no I. What about dotty? Okay. I don't think it's gonna be a... Okay, so it's clearly not a double letter. I don't think it's a double letter kind of day. Because there's no Y, there's no second T. So... Soat? No. Positive? Coats? I know it's not gonna be like a... Yeah, that was a good guess. That got us some information. Like, it's not gonna be a plural word. They banned, like, 4-letter words that are plural with S. So it's like... So I know it's never gonna end in S unless it's, like, class, grass, those kind of words. But that was good for information because we managed to get... Because S is quite a common letter, I would say. Mauve. Both. I feel like it. TH. I'm feeling TH. Because I'm looking at oft. Like T. T is usually, like, it has, like, a letter after it, obviously. Very insightful commentary, yeah. T has a letter after it. Who would have thought? But usually it's, like, a H or it's, like, a T, E. Like, so I think based on what the letters I have, I think it has to be H. I think it has to be something O-A-T-H. But can I really think of a word that ends in O-A-T-H? Bove, cove, mauve. Because I can't imagine an English word that ends in T-O, for example. Or... No, I almost said quarter. I was like, wait a minute. Quarter. We could have a second A, but that's not how we would spell quarter. There's a Q and a U in there, you know? I don't think there's any English words that end with, like, TL. Oh, welcome in, the fur has arrived. Hey, hi, howdy, we love to see it. Welcome in, furry metal ferret. Let's see. That doesn't look good. That is just not a word. See, exactly, not a word. So... Iota just came to mind. I-O-T-A. That's not a long enough word. Oh wait, no. The word photo ends in T-O, but we know for a fact it's not photo. N-O-A-T... Is there a word that would end in, like, TK? I can't imagine. Goats. Goator. There's no second T, so we know... The fact that there's no second T is actually quite helpful to us, because this feels like it should have been a word which has a second T somewhere in it. Like, no, that's definitely not a word. Fatal. No, that can't be it. Boat. I like the idea that it ends in oath, but I can't think of anything that you would have oath combined with. Oath, no. Oh, wait, I figured it out. It's loaf! Exactly, I was cooking. Sold with only greens, yeah. I don't know why, but it likes to pretend... Yeah, I don't know what its problem is. I don't know what its problem is. It's not tracking my scores or anything anymore. Because I refuse to make an account. The daily rind. That's not how you spell lentil, yeah. Orange. Is it gonna be like, oh, lime? Clementine. Do we think our friend Pomelo is in this one? It feels like it should be. Oh, kumquat, that's it. Citrus. Pomelo, my friend Pomelo from yesterday. I swear to God, did I like click one letter too many with lime? What's going on there? And finally, tangerine. Yippee! That was a nice easy one. I feel like the last few Strands games have been really easy. Like, I posted about the mustard themed one. I got the Sprengum first with that one. Because as soon as I read the hint, I was like, I bet this is Ferret themed. I bet this one was made specifically for me. And I was correct. I don't remember what yesterday's was, but I remember that it was good. Cool. Loot. Total. Plaid. Snow. E. That won't work. No, I don't know where I was going with that one. Oh, tall is an easy one, and so is toll. Oh, coal? Oh, there's no... Oh, man. I'm so good at thinking of words that don't have letters in this thing. Let's see. Coal, roll... Oh, roll is a word. Lard is also a word. The only like CLAR words I can think of are like clarity, clarinet, those kinds of words. We've already got clad. We can't make clan. There's no N. You already got cold, right? No, we don't have cold. How did I miss cold? Oh, Lotto? Lotto feels like a good pool, honestly. Doll. Oh wait, doll, yeah. What else, what else, what else? Oh, a big ferret yawn. It is comfy cozy hours. I'm gonna be so for real. It is comfy cozy hours right now. Like I probably could have slept in further, but I was like, no, I want to spend time with my community today. Okay, I give up. I think 21 points is as good as it's gonna get. I think I got yesterday's purple connection first. I was pretty proud of that. Wiki, Pop, Split, Padre, Pere, Lump, Blow, Cheap, Pear, Crack, Royal, Red, Pear. Maybe this is pronounced pear? Yeah, okay. A wiki, pop up. I don't know what is. Because I was expecting if Ferret got bumped, I would have been like, oh, it's like doing weird shit with letters today. Padre, Twin, Pop. There are like 3 family members. But I can't find a 4th family member. Blow, Crack. I can't explain it. But this is like cocaine, yeah? That's like cocaine. Rupture is basically cocaine. God. Padre, that's like what Italians call father. Like I know that from Supernatural. Let's see. Cheap, twin, bump. This feels like beds. Okay, I was not cooking with that one whatsoever. Okay. Let's see if there's like any words hidden in these words. I'm seeing ear. I'm seeing from like up. I'm seeing win from twin. I'm seeing heap from cheap, but those don't seem very helpful. Let's see. Red. Okay, because red's here, it's probably not one of those dumbass categories where it's like things that are color. Because the amount of times I've lost on things that are the same color, with the exception of blue, because I did put blue. I mean, I guess I did put blue in the blue characters that are blue category. That was dumb as fuck. I think blue should have been like bluey, at least. I don't like when the categories include the category name. Like, you guys know what I mean? Like, for example, using characters of the blue. They had Sonic, they had Blue, they had 2 other characters who were like blue, and I was like, if I swear to God, and I was looking at it, and I was like, it just, I don't like it. At least if Bluey would not have been as redundant as Blue, in the blue characters of the blue category. Now, that's just my personal hiccup. That's how I would do it. I would make sure that we don't have anything redundant. Let's see. Royal, you can have a royal flush. Wiki, it's like an internet term. No, I think you can use it like outside of the internet, but I primarily know it as an internet term. Cheap. I still feel like I was cooking with like, I said like beds, right? I thought it was like cheap, twin, royal, and lump. Those are all things you associate with beds. I think maybe I was going too small. Maybe it's like hotels. Maybe it's like red, cheap, lump, royal. Hotels. No? I swear to God, if this is another American-specific knowledge, because, okay, here's the thing. If it's, like, a specifically American knowledge, and I'm, like, obviously an Australian, there is a world where I'm like, okay, you know what, that's fair. That's fair. But, on the other hand, I'm like, no, it's not. You guys know that non-Americans play this game. You're literally the New York Times. New York is one of the most multicultural... I almost called it a country. Multicultural cities in, like, all the world. So I don't think you guys should be doing, like, American-specific knowledge, because what if that poor, like, immigrant man who loves to play the New York Connections game, he's probably just as pissed off as I am whenever it's, like, way too specifically American. And I swear to God, if that's happening, if someone's padre is going to be very mad if it's American-specific. I'll tell you what. Because I'm trying to think of, like, absolutely vile categories that this could go under. What if we're, like, missing a word? What if it's, like, for example, wiki? We need to find things that we can put pedia afterwards. Like Wikipedia, Erpapedia, Redipedia, Cheapopedia, Twinipedia, Lumpopedia, Royalpedia, Padrepedia. Okay, so I don't think it's pedia. Lump. Lump. Red, wiki. Another really vile thing they do with like the purple categories is like dog, but it's missing a word. Dog, but it has an added, but it's missing a letter. Dog, but it has an added letter. So it's like, are there like any dogs on screen? I don't think so. I'm not seeing any. Win, Padre. Like, I just don't know what Erp is. Like, that feels like a bizarre pop culture pick, maybe, because I think there's like a Winona Erp or something. There's like a movie or something. Okay. Hear me out. Words that the internet has perverted. So, obviously there are people who call each other twin. I'm not really one of those people, but they'll be like, hey twin! And then wiki, we discussed it earlier. I primarily know wiki as the internet term, but maybe it had a usage before the rise of the internet. So now I'm thinking, could it be like words perverted by the internet? And if we're talking about words perverted by the internet, Padre would probably be on that list. Because obviously, daddy. I felt so gross putting, and I'm saying this as someone who has no problem sexualizing the word mummy, but when I was like playing Tomodachi Life and I was like, I want Ella to call her dad daddy, I was like, this feels weird. But she's also like 0 years old, so it's like fine. And I guess just because I don't know what Erp is. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting today's connections, but I will keep trying. Red. It's like a homonym. They wouldn't do homophones multiple times in the same connections game, right? So it's like red, royal. No, I feel like if it's meant to be pronounced royale, they add the E at the end. But you could make an argument there, miss. Okay, red, royal, twine. Would be like reed, twine, royale, cheapy, wiki, lumpy, uppy, padre. Words that become a different word when you add the letter E. I give up. Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Okay. The fact that they've made this is what really pisses me off about the American specific ones. It's always blue. It's never purple. It's always blue. That always pisses me the fuck off. Okay, so we've got fruit anagrams. God, now I feel dumb. No, I was like thinking, I was thinking quite outside the box when I was like, Red, Royal, and Twin. If I could have like fucking fluked that if I picked Padre, like it was between Padre and Erp for me. Okay, so we've got Pear, Plum, Kiwi, and Peach. Okay, I feel like if I had voiced the thought that I did have at the very beginning of the game, where I was like, oh, Pear is Erp is a scramble of pear. If I'd said that, I wonder if I would have put 2 and 2 together and noticed the other ones. Fuck all the way off. I was cooking though, for all the wrong reasons. I was cooking with Red, Royal, and Twin. Reed, Royale, and Twine. Oh man, I lost the 50-50. That's all I'm gonna say. I lost the 50-50. Anyways, we need to lock in. So this is the story that I was writing last time. I don't know if you guys remember. I will show you if you guys don't remember. Your channel. Videos. Like, this is the story of that I started writing here. It's not the story I like started start to finish, it's the story I started, but I don't really know where I'm going with it just yet. I don't know. So another project that I'm thinking of working on is I'm hosting an Musume Rare Pairs event on Tumblr. I started writing this one in my head. So a story about Super Creek and Tamamo Cross. Tam lets Super Creek bottle feed her with a sports drink. Another idea that I've been like floating in my head for a little while is Nishino Flowers and a Robroy. Premise: Nishino Flower gifts a liqueur-scented eraser to Zeno Robroy because Nishino Flower collects erasers. Zeno Robroy, she says she enjoys the smell of liquor, but she's never had any to drink because she's a goody two-shoes, and we love that for her. I do have some other ideas, but I'll let them be a mystery for now. Alternatively, one of the other ideas, I feel like I can brute force finishing this one. Like, I want to finish it so bad. Like, I just need to write a dumb fucking sequence that gets me from A to B, and then at B, I can finally, like, write the kissing scene that I want to write. Because I have a 3-way kissing scene planned, which sounds a bit spicy, but it's really not. It's really not. I think for a warm-up, I will write this one, and then maybe I will just have to change the thumbnail. I even mentioned this at the beginning. There's a possibility when this goes up on YouTube, the thumbnail will change. It'll reflect a different one. But I really like using the Musume SSR UR cards as, like, assets. I think they look really cute together. Also, I believe that this middle right shower one is coming very soon to global. I think this one might genuinely be like the next free SSR. So that's exciting. Because Find Mo in the back there and Haru Rara in the back here over here, that event is happening next. But I'm not going to... I'm a bit conflicted. I really want Find Mo. And the fact that her next one is called Titania, that's so cute. Okay. Let's just brute force some writing. I think that sounds completely good. So I was writing this one in my head last night. So in this story, it's a little bit embarrassing. The idea is that we do embarrass Tamamo Cross a bit. It's kind of like a... take the peg down. Welcome in, Detective Jolteon. You were not late. I have literally spent the last, how long have I been streaming? 47 minutes, yapping and playing, like, the New York Connections game. So you are completely right on time as far as I'm concerned. But Tamamo Cross is... She embodies the idea of coolness. The way she wipes sweat from her brow. The immense determination and pressure that she emanates from her small stature. She is tall, she is tough, and there's something about that combination packed in so little body that makes Super Creek just want to pamper her. Pamper her. That's a nice way of putting it. The way competition becomes friction, friendship, tamping down the rivalry and any bitter feelings. There's truly no ulterior motive. Super Creek is just... I'm doing it again. I had this problem last time where I just overused the word just. I even did it just now in what I was saying. Did you hear that? I probably said just like 4 times, and 2 of those were like not intended. Too kind for her own good. Too overflowing with affection and this insatiable urge to pamper. The afternoon is sharp and harsh. Late summer has yet to give in to early autumn. The grass, the turf is crisp underfoot. Not quite green, but absurdly green from overwatering. No, surprisingly green for this time of year, but has such a blade to it when stepped on. Would cut and reveal yellow within. The skies are wide and blue, the cityscape seemingly a world away as the wind blows and there isn't a cloud to be seen, as only the gale can offer reprieve. Well, the gale and the bottle of sports drink. The afternoon training session had been going on for an hour now. They were due for a pause to refuel and discuss the times so far recorded. Democross swaggered. Ooh, there's a good word. Swaggered as she came across the field, following the bend of the race course at her own pace. Super Creek had already retired for this break several minutes ago. In that precious few minutes, she had rifled through her bag and gotten drink bottles out, as well as snacks. Body was in those. Well, do you like my grammar better now? You do. Fantastic. Her body was singing with the pleasure of exhaustion. She had worked hard, and she had earned this spot of rest. She was slick and dewy with sweat. The lactic acid in her muscles sizzled. Tamamo Cross must have felt the same way as she came around that curve and half jogged, half walked up to Super Creek. Their eyes met with a flash of a smile. And I was gonna do more of a Tamamo Cross moment there, with her like reaching across to get the drink bottle, but no, we'll give Super Creek a reaction shot first. Super Creek's heart flooded. She offered up a drink bottle, to which Tamamo Cross snatched. So thank you. This, too, is how Tamamo Cross enjoyed coolness. He had a reputation to uphold and a persona to maintain. He was not someone to cross, and yet Super Creek felt it. The urge to unravel all that coolness and spoil the... Maybe she saw inside the girl who had to grow up too fast. But for now, she let it be. She watched and was irked thereof. Sports and athletics had such a... I want to say machismo. Had such a machismo to them. Even now, among friends and only women, but maybe that's what inflamed it. Super Creek didn't like it, especially as it bred waste. Just had a blackout that lasted 2 hours and finished my book today, so an okay day in general. Oh, nice! You've been reading Percy Jackson recently, yes? Very nice. There was such a thing as too close. A boundary that would never be crossed from between the platonic and the social. Oh, I'm using all kinds of words I don't normally use today. Machismo, homosocial, we're going. Tamamo Cross acted nonchalant as she tended not to think about these exact same things that Super Creek thought. Though Super Creek thought them much more closely. Her eyes studied Tamamo Cross's lips, glistened of sweat, and the spurt of her drink bottle that ensued as her small but firm hands squeezed its midsection and whoosh. The bright blue liquid doused her mouth. She got more out of it than in. She got more out of it than in. I don't like that sentence. She aimed the direction into the depth of her throat. She did taste some of it, but more of it ended outside than not. She was drenched with the sports drink more so than she drank it. Oh, Super Creek complained. So wasteful. Just drink normally. She puffed out her cheek. Tamamo Cross wiped her face with the back of her arm. She sounded too cheeky. Yeah, well, I don't want your goo-goo gaga germs. don't have germs. Super Creek continued to grizzle. It's not time effective. Tamamo Cross added, lest she further offend Tamamo Cross. At a time, you unscrew the cap and put it to your lips. If this was a marathon, that'd be time wasted. But it's not, Super Creek insisted. Here, allow me. I want to bring back the wind because I feel like the wind is a very important symbol to Tamamo Cross. Super Creek's expression turned serious, or as serious as she could maintain, as she said this more playfully in jest than not. Up to daisies, accidentally added too many she's in that sentence. Super Creek's expression turned serious, or as serious as she could maintain, and she meant this more playfully or in jest than not. Even so, deeper feelings lurked, and there was nothing Tamamo Cross could do when she spurred the force of nature within Super Creek. Super Creek took back the drink bowl. Hand was somewhat limp as it bent to the side as she said, "This is definitely your drink bowl. I have never touched it, let alone drank from it. So it's all your germs, if that's what you're so afraid of. So drink. Allow me to help you drink it properly. No more waste." There was a threat or two implicit to Super Creek's voice, but she said it so cutely and so placidly, Tamamo Cross had no choice but to bend her knee, and even if she didn't, Super Creek had the size advantage. Plenty of games gone awry in the past had taught Tamamo Cross that much. Super Creek got stuck in her ways. It became her way or the highway. Her way or the highway would kind of make a 6th skill in Uma Musume, if I'm being honest. Tamamo Cross grizzled. She complained wordlessly, but she let it happen. It was better to surrender than fight, picking and choosing battles and all that. Pleased, Super Creek giggled, ever so chuffed. She caressed Tamamo Cross's face and tilted it upwards. Her eyes met again, blue to blue. The wind whistled ever so cool as Tamamo Cross lost her own coolness in the never-ending cycling days. Super Creek pursued in her urge to baby and to cuddle and pamper. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Oh, too many blurs. Be a good girl and supple. Super Creek instructed Tamamo. The drink bottle was tilted upwards. The plastic rim of which was pressed against Tamamo Cross's lips. Tamamo Cross parted her mouth slightly, and Super Creek supported her head. The drink sloshed about in the bottle, and Tamamo Cross suckled, but she would personally not think she did it like a good girl. But she was obedient, and Super Creek had a way with this kind of thing. The liquid within trickled down, neither too fast nor too strong. Tamamo Cross was able to drink of it at a good pace, if not one which was her own. Super Creek ball magically meted it out. A skill rehearsed time and time again at the parents' nursery, now coming in handy here, as finally a droplet of the blue raspberry flavored drink was wasted. See, isn't that better? Super Creek chided Tamamo Cross. Nothing got wasted this time. Tamamo Cross kept drinking. She had nothing to say to that which didn't embarrass her herself. Able to drink it at a good pace. How many words have I written? Oh, nice. I'm aiming for like 1,000 words each for these ideas. I don't think they need to be too big and too juicy. Her brows furrowed ever so slightly. She drained the drink bottle, and Super Creek food at the completion. Wow. Must have been thirsty. Super Creek admired. She lifted the bottle away and let Tamamo Cross scrub her pampering away. She rubbed her mouth back and forth again, though this time with the back of her hand. There was a scant blush hidden behind the curve and curl of her fingers. They curled up. Yeah, well, I've been working hard. Tamamo Cross complained. Grizzled? I'm really liking Grizzled recently. Huh. Super Creek agreed. You are the hardest working Musume I know. Oh, thanks. Tamamo Cross said in a tiny voice, as though she hadn't been expecting the compliment. But to be fair, that was closer to her territory than Super Creek's. After all, Tamamo Cross had that level of coolness she wanted to maintain. The flowing white hair, the spiky bandana. She had it all going on. Super Creek genuinely admired that. Perhaps too much. As more than a friend or a contender. Beyond rivalry and... Is there like a word that I'm thinking of? I don't think there is. I feel like I'm thinking of a word that doesn't exist. But like a word that's like I can use to encapsulate like super... Motherly is coming close. Mothered. And yeah, we'll just go with Super Creek's motherly tendencies. Yeah, motherly tendencies is as close as it's getting. Like, I don't think there is a word that I'm thinking of that actually encapsulates what I want right now. How do I want to end? I feel like we're at the end of the story, but I don't know how to end it. Like, maybe, I feel like it needs to end on dialogue, maybe? Oh, I know. Tamamo cross-licked her lips. Don't forget to hydrate yourself, and she reminded Super Creek. I would never. Super Creek replied with a, I'm gonna say knowing smile. It's like mutual pining, you know? And a gaze that lingered a little too long on the Tamamo crosses dewy skin. Ew. Actually, I don't know how I feel of the gaze that lingered a little too long. Indeed, drink bottles. Yeah, I'm happy with this. I might edit it. But this felt like a really good, like, warm-up. Yeah, I think I'll come back and, like, edit it a little bit, but for now... Oops. 1307. Title... Wait, why am I... There's an easier way. Pacific Creek, Tamamo Cross. Also, don't mind me just quickly doing some shit. Go. Musume. 1307. Mild internalized homophobia. Mutual. Pining. Pampering. Affection. There we go. Well, at a bare minimum, I can say I did that. Oh, have I ever showed you guys my, like, document that where I, like, track, like, all my writing and stuff? So today is the 18th, and I know that the 24th comes after the 23rd, because the 23rd, Musume, rare pairs, weak, thirsty, super fruit, Tamamo. So this is like where I keep track of how much I've been writing for like projects that I want to get done. Like I debated adding the art section from yesterday since I did pretty well. So add that. So there is like a key. I'll show you the key. So CL for when I finish a fic, so I can add that. So the green tick is for 100 or more words, but less than 500. Then for 500 sessions is the green diamond. For less than 100 words, the green square. Purple is for like brainstorming. I don't always add that, but sometimes I do. It depends. And then yeah, sometimes there's a question mark. Okie dokies. I need to pee. I need to go to a final meeting. But we'll do some more writing when we get back. Oh, you guys can't even see what I've been doing. Oh, okay. The Excel sheet just gets massacred by OBS, but that's fine. So you guys have no idea what I'm prattling about. It's fine. I'll be right back. Okie dokies, I'm back, and I'm gonna be honest, I feel like I just lost all momentum. I feel like I just lost all momentum. But I also thought to myself, I don't want to change the thumbnail. I'm lazy. I don't want to change the thumbnail. Welcome back. Thank you. Okay, well we can... There we go. Oh. I feel like "and the poorly" expression is completely fine grammatically, but technically I've now worked on the Miho rice bourbon rara, whatever you want to call this ship. I did technically work on it, so now maybe we can just have a quick yap about where this story needs to go, because I don't think it needs to go like that much further, you know, like it doesn't need to be a nice long story. It can just like exist as is, you know. Like, what's something they can make? Like, just a generic snowman? That doesn't seem very symbolically exciting, is all. Like, I just don't know what they're gonna do in the snow. If I Google Musume track blazer, promised heart, is it called like heartfelt promise? Track blazer. No, it's definitely track blazer. Is there like, okay. There we go. So if Brian gets jealous, the exciting fruit fest. I don't think I've ever had that one. Minus digital explodes, a family. My girl Haru Irara, is she mentioned? No. No, this is just Oh, well, maybe it's a fixed event? It's like, it's called like Heartfelt Promise or something. Oh, a Heartfelt Request maybe? No, it's definitely, it gives you guts, I'm certain. It's called like the Vow or the Promise. Okay. There's a website called Goonhammer, what the fuck? Track Blazer. Let's see. Scenario events, maybe? No, that's only for, like, the trainee, the guaranteed ones. I'm certain somewhere on this website it would tell me what the fuck I'm thinking of. Wait, what's Grand Live? Currently unavailable in the global. It's the 4th permanent scenario in the game. Oh, nice! Ooh, the speed! The stat ceiling is gonna increase. Love that for me. I was literally complaining about that the other day. Yeah. I wish I screenshot the scenario, because I did encounter it recently. I think I was playing on my phone. I think I was, like, training either Smart Falcon or Matikane Townhauser, and I got it. Man, part of me was like, oh, I should, like, screenshot this for posterity, but I was like, no, it's fine. I'm sure the Musume wiki would know what I'm fucking talking about, but apparently it doesn't. Like, what could, like, is there like a symbol that, like, unites them all? Because I feel like a generic snowman is just not that exciting. Like, even if we made it like an Musume, I still feel like that's super exciting. Like, Haru Rada could, like, contribute a carrot, Mihono Bourbon could contribute some coal. I think Rice Shower is, like, the main thing that's, like, holding these two very opposites together, so she could be the one who's mostly packing down the snow. Maybe I shouldn't overcomplicate it. It's just a fluff fic. It's just a fluff fic. Yeah, let's not overcomplicate it. It's the only idea I have, so therefore it is a good idea. Okay, where did I leave off? Already accident prone this early, Mihono Bourbon asked. Yeah. Haru Iraro laughed nervously. Yep, Rice Shower mumbled. She fought back against the urge to griddle. Today was going to be a good day. Bad luck be damned, but deep down, she did consider herself the cause of it, unrelated to Haru Iraro being a klutz in general. I'm going to add something. After all, when it came to Rice Shower, her ominous omens far exceeded anything sound or logical, such as repeated patterns of clumsiness from hers poorly. The demeanor down in the dumps. No, I don't want was. I want her demeanor down in the dumps. That has such a pleasing rhythm to it. Fuck grammar. Fuck grammar. Okay. Still in the way her voice trailed off, Mihono Bourbon understood implicitly what Rice Shower was thinking, with the twisted and I don't want the poor and poor expression on her face. So Mihono Bourbon offered wordless comfort as she gave both her partner's hands squeeze. That's just for clarity. No doubt something similar to kissing it better, as her solid hand offered such stability as they walked down the hall to the dormitory exit. Beyond the doorframe, as they entered into the snow-filled courtyard, a breath fresh air, which was crisp and icy. The academy was a winter wonderland, the likes none of them had seen before. The snow blanketed the grounds, not a Neither tile nor turf. I like that. Neither tile nor turf could be seen beneath the soft, white padding of it all. They trudged through the ice in search of a good spot in which they could construct their snowman. Ice Shower had it all envisioned for so long. Nothing too special, just a snowman who looked like them. It was her dream since it was her frost-covered dream for as long as she could remember, but never had the opportunity to enact until now. By a fir tree on the edge of the courtyard, Haru Irara and Mihono Urban both agreed they would find their patch of paradise and set to work. Mihono Bourbon was unflinching. Slightly out of the way, yet still en route. So their fellow students would be neither impeded by the snowman's presence, but still within it to admire. It was the perfect spot. This is a lot of snow. See, I don't know snow that well. I know this is probably unsurprising. I don't know snow that well. The most I've seen it was when I was in Japan, and I was enamored. I would like step in it, and I'd like look around. I was like a kid in the candy shop. I was like, this is so new to me. This is so cute. But then there are other people who are like, yeah, it's just snow, and I'm like, that's crazy. This is perfect spot. I just got a notification. I feel like I can finish this today. This feels doable. I don't know what I'm doing with Mihono Bourbon. Fossicked through the sodden undergrowth and collected what they needed to make the features for their snowman. Ice Shower yammered at length of how big she wanted the fellow and how round and rotund. She was so excited, and Mihono Bourbon acted accordingly. Her hands were firm and warm as she packed down snow to Rice Shower's specification. It was far too cold for Rice Shower or Haru Urara to handle, but not for her. She did it all without complaint. They watched as the snowballs got bigger and bigger, rounder and rounder, flecked with snow and bits and pieces of other debris that they found hiding in the layers. It all snowballed. There's literally no other word. I don't want to use snowballs because it's like I'm talking about literal snowballs, because obviously the only time I've ever made a snowman in my entire life was when I was playing Animal Crossing, so that's like what I'm basing this off. Rolled on Mihono Bourbon I wish I had hand tracking. If you guys could see the movements I was making right now, you'd be like, girl, what are you doing? I'm trying to, like, figure out how she's, like, rolling it. So I'm, like, rolling my hands around and around and around! Yeah. Unfortunately, Warudo has shut itself because it says I don't have enough space on my computer to run it anymore. So that means I need to move it onto, like, my hard drive thingy, my whatever. What is this called? My SD disk thing. SSD. Back and forth up the lane of their own creation, toiling to create the perfect head, body, head, torso, and head and body for their snowman. Wow, that looks great! Haru Harara exclaimed as she held on tightly to the materials they would use to decorate it. Give me your hand, Rice. Mihono Bourbon asked at long length. She had done well thus far in her pursuit of perfectly round and crisp white spheres of snow, with the pieces ready to be assembled. Truly, it was to Rice Shower's honors that the next step would go. Rice Shower jittered in her warm clothing, but her smile couldn't be contained. Of course, I would love to, Rice Shower replied. Haru Urara stepped back to give them the maximum space as they stood either side of the various snowballs, largest of which would be the body, and then two small, two medium, two smaller ones which would make the torso, specifically in the head, with a 1 and a 2 and a few false starts on Rice Shower's behalf. She and Mihono Bourbon were able to lift the smaller balls atop. They positioned them to the Oops. Why would Google Docs think I wanted the word starts where I very clearly put the letter S and then a V by accident into becoming started? Like, I don't know. I don't get it. Perfect degree over of the body. Snow landed atop of one another with a lump. Haru Urara was able to stick her hands briefly in it to help pack down snow so it would hopefully remain stationary. Whilst she did that, Rice Shower and Mihono Bourbon picked up the next piece, and they were able to continue. It weren't quite a well-oiled machine, but they were close as they embodied their teamwork in these efforts. Ta-da! My turn! Haru Urara said. She jumped on the second they were finished positioning the head over the middle and bottom layers of the snowman, though right now The snowman was quite there, but not for long, for Haru Urara had the perfect additions to it, dispensed some of them to her partners, and they were off to the races, decorating the snowman. Hono Bourbon, as she was the tallest, easily pressed lumps of oil into the snowman's face for eyes. Haru Arara buttoned the body with more pebbles and rocks to create the impression of an outfit. Rice shower slotted in sticks for arms, with twigs of which looked just like real and spindly fingers. Yay! Oh, spindy. Whoops, the daisies. Spindy. There we go, spindly. Okay. I think it should be a girl snowman. At the completion of their snowman, they stepped back to admire their hard work. But for some reason, as they looked it down and over, it'd feel like it was missing something. Neither Mihono, Bourbon, nor Haru Rara could quite place what it was. With insightful eyes, Rice Shower had an answer. You should give it Uma Musume ears. Ooh, I like that idea! Haru Arara enthusiastically agreed. Very well. Mihono Bourbon added with a could place it as it seemed element. There we go. I think that's clearer. The mold for head. A shower, chuffed by the approval of her peers, nodded her head to fists balled, and she reached up. So. She scrunched snow at the top of her hands flailed as she couldn't quite get to the top of the snowman. It was quite a bit taller than her, perhaps by a head. Mihono Bourbon noticed and provided herself and volunteered herself. She picked up Rice Shower right under her arms. Rice Shower squealed, but it was probably more from delight than not. It was her vocalizations can be difficult to tell apart. Sometimes the way she continued her mission proved it was more so from joy. Haru Arara packed herself on to she bunched up snow in her hands and lifted it to Rice Shower. Rice Shower was able to take it and And, I'm gonna use the words and marry it to be top of the snowman's head. With some scrunching and sculpting, she was able to take the lumps of fresh snow and turn them into angular, horse-shaped ears. Did as quick as she could, given that Mihono Bourbon was lifting her up. When finished, Mihono Bourbon gently lowered Rice Shower down. Rice Shower quivered where she stood with the biggest smile either Haru, Harara, or Mihono Bourbon had ever seen grace her often solemn face. It looks better than I could have hoped. Rice Shower admired their hard work. Both Haru, Arara, and Mihono were in complete agreement. The snowman, or Snow Musume, they should say, towered over them, but there was a gleam to its stature. Oops. Its eyes were oddly kind despite being rocks. Its thick arms outreached as though for either a hug or victory at the end of a lap. None of them could be happier. Rice Shower glanced between her partners, with gratitude overwhelming as it welled up and out of her. "Thank you so much for today," she said. "Thank you for remembering." It wasn't a promise or was it a vow? This is fucking me over. I want to reference the Track Blazer event. Uma Musume Track Blazer scenario. Like, items. Rivals, Twinkle Star Climax. Like, I just want to see a list of the scenario events. Yeah, it is a stub because it doesn't have what I want. Scenario events. I think I'm gonna find it here. Fixed events. Chocolates for someone special. The beginner's guide to reading. I'm certain it's not a heartfelt request. I could swear it's a heartfelt promise or a heartfelt vow. I don't think it's a request. Marry or full throttle. It's gonna be somewhere. Hammer's struggle at the... It's one of these. I know it is. Maybe it is a heartfelt request. Maybe it... Because I swear it gives you guts and not... Target successfully captured a heartfelt... Because... It's not cool when it's, I don't think it's cool when there's sudden rain. I think that's the, Find Mo, Agnes Tachyon, I think that's the them in the church. I feel like I'm giving myself brain damage. Like, I could swear it's not called a heartfelt request. Okay, let's Google it. Uma Musume, heartfelt request. Look, misspelled that. No, that's not it, AI. Okay, I guess we're just gonna have to believe that it is a request. No, I think it's a promise. I feel like it's a... Her voice sounded fragile as ice breaking. It's our pleasure, Rise. Rara assured her. Of course. Mihono Bourbon agreed. Time spent with your loved ones is being... my Mihono Bourbon is so OOC. I'm sorry, I don't understand how you write her voice. The two of them approached one rice shower at the center of them. Their arms outreached, their hearts and bodies together with the snow Musume watching them as they all hugged and glory. No, all kinds of splendor. As the splendor of winter graced them all. I'll say the center between them. Crisscrossing around Rice Shower's body as they hugged her. One. Yeah, I like that. I'll post this later. I might give it a read later, double check that I didn't miss anything. But I like that. I'm glad I just stopped thinking too hard about it. Like, that was absolutely the problem. I was just thinking way too hard about it. So that's, oh my word. I really want to add 20 random words somewhere because it's like, for the thing. I just want to add like 20 random words. Yeah. The inscriptions that Carter Arara had added previously now seemed like the idle costume of a winning racer than random patterns she had created. It was as though it had all been and with the results. In a way, maybe it had been since the creation was so long coming as the fulfillment of their heartfelt request that fateful day. Moving this up here. Yeah, okay, I'm happy with that. Wait, I forgot the carrot nose! We need to add a carrot nose. Where would they get the carrot from? Maybe Harurara already has it. We'll add that. We'll add that. Yeah. Oh, misspelled word. I'm glad I'm checking this. More grammar problems. We also lost her carrot that she had been holding. Harder, up her carrot off the floor. Out a word. Oh, thank you for the hydrate redeem, Jolteon. I appreciate it. Had brought a carrot along with her, but her foraging had also produced plenty of wonderful things. The seemingly ultimate addition to the snowman was, of course, Harurara's carrot for a nose. She pressed it into the mismatched center of its face. Her hard work not quite as refined as that of Rice Shower and Nihono Urbans, but a touch of entropy was what brought them joy. And truly made it their own design. There we go. There we go. Okay. Let's see what that does to my total. Too far. Where's the door? I'll be on the door frame. There we go. Okay. I know I had this in the... where is it? We wrote the same amount, I just realized. That's kind of crazy. I wrote more or less the exact same amount. Okay. And what does that do to the overall total? Let's find out. Place your bets. $24.31. That's longer than I thought it would be. $24.31. Yay! Yippee! 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 Now I get to change. I don't know what to call this story. The snowman? The snow Musume? like that, actually. Nice, simple title for a nice, simple fic. The Snow Uma Musume. Oh, thank you for the stretch redeem as well, Jolteon. I appreciate it. Ugh. There you go. Stretchy, stretchy. Yeah. This doesn't matter to anyone but me, but I need to just quickly do this. This bowl, these. Um, 100% slash. Guys, I'm gonna believe this, but I'm procrastinating. I still want to work on the 100, that's the 100 film slash fix though. I think I'm gonna have to change the thumbnail, but only slightly, only slightly. I won't have to find new pictures for it. What am I doing? This one. So this is my spreadsheet for the 100 ships challenge. And now, I can get rid of snow, we can tick that one off. I've also ticked off some that I've already started, but it's like neither here nor there. These are all the, like, whips that I'm ignoring right now. Not true. We'll work on this one in like a second. Got a lot of blossoms, a lot of 12k. Oh my word. You could like request an outfit change with that kind of money. I think that's like the most expensive thing you can do on my channel. Wait, how expensive is it to become a VIP? That's probably like the next expensive thing. Saving up, yeah, I bet you are. Oh, VIP is 50k. Okay. God, that's expensive. But like, VIP is absolutely worth being expensive. I know you will get there, Jolteon. I believe in you. Okay, let's... Oh, this is so exciting! Oh, shit. Oopsie daisies. Oh, no, that's fine. It's fine. Oh my god, this is so exciting. Snow is the second prompt. Oh, it's taken me literal years. I started this, like, in COVID lockdown. FFF. So how long is the story again? 24:31. I don't know why I'm doing this. It just occurred to me that the word count could absolutely change between now and posting, but I'm too excited! Uma, Musume, Richie, Derby. So Haru, Urara, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, so Mihono, Bourbon, Rice, Shower. Haru, Rice, Bourbon is how I like to call this ship. Oh, this is so exciting! Yeah, I've been posting it in factors. Oh, the daisies. Hold them out even. It's fine. We take those. Insert row. 80. I get to post! Yippee! I love posting. I get to post to the 100 ships page now. 2 DW posting. Okay, so insert row. So 7. I mean, I was kind of hoping to finish a different fic for purely for aesthetic reasons. I wanted to do another color in this kind of color palette, but oh well. Oh well. Some polyfics happening. Okay, so 24:31 puts us between Urumiyu and my rock dust shipping fic. Oh, so daisies. Word count. Oh, thank you for the head pass redeem from Camellia Necroma. I appreciate that. Let me just undo. Oops, daisies, wrong button. There we go. Yippee, 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 yippee. Head pats. Hi. Get rid of this. this over there. Again, I'm gonna regret doing all this later if the word count changes between now and editing this story, like, this afternoon, but oh well. Feels good. Although it's kind of crazy, there's like there's an exact 10. Oh. I don't know, the fact that these two are like 31 and 41 is really fucking me up. That's so cool. Oh, I'm so happy. 20 prompts remain. 20 prompts remain. I will finish this challenge one day. Like, let's have a look at when I started this quest, this journey. The first fic that I posted for the 100 ships challenge was one of these fics. Characters, Takizawa, search. Because I started it during, like, lockdown, I remember that. So goodbye, remember. I started this challenge on the 22nd of August, 2021. You finally managed to catch a stream, you did, and I appreciate it. I started this bloody writing challenge on the 22nd of August in 2021. That was like 5 years ago. Oh my god, it's taken me forever and a day. And the worst part is, because here's what I've been tracking. The majority of these fics were done in like 2021. Like, let's see if I can remember where the first like 2022 one was. I want to say the first 20. When did I post the eyeball shipping? Let's find out. Let's just go 2022. 1st of June. Yeah, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. But I've been working on this for a long ass time, but we're slowly getting there. Wait, did this not like loop? Oh, it did. Fantastic. Okay. I feel like I can be live for like another 20 minutes before I need to like worry about like feels weird hearing that 2021 was 5 years ago. No, literally, I try not to think about it. But I want to work a little bit on this one as well because I'm really excited for this one. I've had this idea for like since like January. I just want it done. Also because I've been posting a lot of Cutty Uta recently and I feel bad. I need to pay the firm/tax. Okay. I'm going to write. Seriously, why is this like muted? What is going on? Like, yeah, but it's not muted, but it's acting like it is. Okay. We'll just go with nostalgic Pokemon music, I guess. But I swear to God, if Goldenrod City, Ekritique, Aspersia. How about a song about Jubilife? Okay, I didn't say Driftvale City, thank God. Thank God. Because Driftvale City gets you bonked. I learned that the hard way. Wrong one. Okay, I just need to write the transition scene. If I write the transition scene, we're good as gold. I can do that. I can do that. And then I'm good as gold. Good luck, thank you. They were all there and then some too. Uda. Float. They were all there and then some too. Uda saw them and her heart seized. Her eyes widened just that tiny bit as she saw them float in between the crowds as though invisible in the raucous cheering. Yet somehow, in Uta's tunnel vision, Uta was certain that Pretty Rune and Meron were the ones who were cheering the loudest of all. Or at least, that's what Uta's heart wanted to believe. What was that expression again? That absence only made heart fonder? That's how Uta felt towards her Kamiyoshi, Kyoza-kun, and, of course, her counterpart, Pure Kiss. Kyoza-kun may have been her favorite. Pretty Rune was her dearest friend, ally, and companion. But Meron meant the world to her as well, even if she was cast as the diabolical sissy thief within it. It was all worth it to see them again. Her hard work instantly paid off. Her voice a little stronger, a little louder as her feelings seeped into the music and lyrics. Body, conduit, the dance, and expressing how much she missed them. How much she wanted to see them again. Let's see. And she did. As soon as the show was over, Uta was out, like, about in search of them as soon as she could disentangle herself from her microphones and anything else she had to do post-performance. It could all wait. Because nothing was as important as seeing Pretty Rune and Meron again. Where do I actually want this reunion set? I just realized. In my heart, I've been, like, imagining, like, the outside of the arena, but now I'm like, can they? I feel like that would cause problems. What do VIP areas typically look like? I'm so close. I'm so close. I just need to get them to the secondary location. I really want it to be outside to link with, like, the heart tree and shit. And also because I feel like, again, snow and winter was, like, really, really important to, like, the finale of You and Isle of Precure as well. So I want it to be set outside. I don't think it makes any sense for it to be set outside, but too bad. I'm setting it outside. Fuck it. I guess this arena just has a private courtyard. Did my phone just buzz? I swear, or maybe Minty just made a weird noise. I feel like the only reason an arena would have a private courtyard is so that the smokers have a place to smoke, and I don't like that. That is not aesthetically pleasing to me. Ooh, what about a balcony? Higher level of the arena, there was a private balcony which overlooked the surrounding grounds. It was there that Pretty Rune and Meron were waiting. I'm gonna give another throwaway. Yeah, a throwaway line. Kokoro and Nana had given Uta the hint. They had been there in the... Yeah, balconies are a great aesthetic, I agree. Heart tree had been reborn, and from it, trees were able to re-emerge from in the space-time slip it embodied. Uta thanked them bombastically as her high heels clattered on cement and she made her way up there. Took you long enough, Meadow. I thought you were right, buddy. Their voices brought it all back. The nostalgia, the memories, and the excitement that something new could begin. Uta could hardly contain herself. She knew what she was seeing, and yet some part of her refused. She was on the verge of tears, knowing that her hypothesis was correct. She had done her part extremely well to restore Heart Tree. The balcony overlooked the car park and courtyards. It was blanketed in thin snow. Spring was almost... Oops, almost felt almost wrong. There's a sweet, refreshed scent in the air as Kudirun and Meron welcomed Uta. No, they're not welcoming Uta, they're reunited with Uta. Through the icy let's say sprinkles. Sprinkles is a cute word. I'm so happy we were able to make it. As she hugged both Kudirun and Meron. There we go. There we go. We wrote the transition scene. I'm so amazing. I'm the greatest ever. Do it now. I can write the sappy dialogue and make them kiss. Let's see. Maybe we can make them kiss right now. Maybe we got a little bit of time. Kiss. Exactly. Let's see. I don't know if we'll get to the kissing stage. I mean, we could just skip to the kissing stage. That's all I really want to write. And then I can just go back and, like, fill in some stuff. Maybe. Kiss hype. Okay. Let's, I'm a ferret of the people. If we want kissing, I'll give you guys kissing. Write the kiss scene and we'll call it. I can see... Yeah, who doesn't want kissing, to be fair? Exactly. Especially a three-way kiss. I've never written a three-way kiss before. Surprisingly. Like, it feels like something I should have written by now, but it's like, we'll figure it out. Because my idea is, like, Uta kisses Pretty kisses Uta. Then Pretty kisses Meteoron, and then they all kiss together. Like all three of them. Like, it's a bit messy. It's a bit complicated. Like a trio of dandelions woven into a crown, their fingers threaded together as they held hands. They stood close. Too close. Not close enough, somehow. All those at once as excitement and trepidation did little to deter how They stood together and nuzzled one another. Kiss, which was all their own. All three of them was on the verge as they to meet. Some are in the middle of it all. Smush of lips, a dash of tongue, and skin to skin sensations, which were nothing less than heavenly. Let's go. We're doing it. We're kissing. See, the problem is I need to write the previous parts to kind of figure out the choreography. But for now, we did it. We wrote at least part of the kiss. We wrote at least part of the kiss. Or any other like kissing scenes? We could have like a chaste peck beforehand. We wouldn't have missed it for the world. Pretty ruin. Agreed. No. What's like a nice bombastic word to use here? Like she's very excited. Pretty vain. Maybe it's just exclaimed. Maybe it... No, we could do better than exclaimed. Synonyms or exclaimed. Who is using... Absolutely not. Ejaculated? Absolutely not. I think it's just exclaimed. All these words are dog shit. I don't like them. Her arms. Her stubby little arms flung out wide. Though Mirror Run was not quite so bombastic. I think we need to add an apology. A lot of people like the Amera Puri Uta apology thread, so we'll add like a quick apology here, I think. With her paws pressing the stubs of them up against another whilst a bittersweet, even guilty expression marred the fluff of her face. Yay! I'm sorry, Meron mumbled. I haven't always been the most supportive friend of yours, Mero, but I want that to change. Beginning now, Mero. She brightened up and she took the breath from Uda's face. Was their relationship changed in this instance, with poetry real and true in Maron's mouth. You are Sissy's beloved and important friend, and therefore, Meadow, you are mine too. She produced a penlight, colored, which was illuminated in pink. You were amazing, Meadow. This is a bit OOC for Meadow. I need to like add a bit more like tuney to this. Like the Meteoron's the moon. Meteoron is the moon, Podiron is the sun, Uta is a star. That is like the symbolism I typically tend to give them. Spotlight. We were able to bring light to even my depths of darkness. My heart stirred, Meadow, as you begin to a comet blazing trail through the night Uta likes Metal. There we go, that's Meteoron! We love her little toony personality. Yet her heart is overcome with a shimmer of gladness. She cried a tear or two, a trickle down the side of her face as apology accepted. Meteoron's words, extravagant as they may be, were nothing less than true, and Uta was tremendously excited by the new start that they represented. Thank you, Meteoron, Uta replied. She offered her hand to Meteoron, and Meteoron accepted it. She placed her paws either side of Uta's hand, and they shook on it. Kudirun celebrated the reconciliation with ecstatic swings of her own penlight. A glow of pink blazed in the lake. I like that. It seemed much had happened. All three had happened in the last 5 years. They had all grown and matured in their own ways. And then some, too, as Kudirun burst in on the lingering. What's the feeling of this? It's like bittersweet. The lingering sweetness of the past overcome and the future they were on the precipice of. Run away, Goody! He's away! Kudirun garnered Uta's attention with a cheer, and Meteoron took a cue from the raucous celebration. Look what we can do! Pretty. Yippee! I like that. I think this is a good spot to end, because I'd like to start thinking about, like, lunch and maybe having to go grocery shopping. I think this is a good spot to end it. And then we had the kiss. This is good. I like this. I got to work on this. I'm a bit close to finishing it. That's cute, yeah. Actually, one more sentence. We can squeeze in one more sentence, actually. Need for... Yeah. What's the fucking thing called, again? Precure protein. What's the transformation? It's called, like, the tact or something. Showtime mic. That's what it's called. The Showtime mic. There. I am Mike, as they are able to take to the transformation with solely their own magic. Uta's jaw dropped as they went from being small and fuzzy to tall, lithe, and gorgeous. And even what do you think? Kudirun asked as she flashed a crowd pleaser in the form of her elegant finger guns. He worked hard to become I want a Maramoran statement here, but I don't know what she's gonna say, so okay, I give up. I give up for real this time. I wrote more than a sentence. We'll give like a Mararon reaction shot, and then the kissing will probably ensue. Maybe some more hugs, I don't know. But we're getting somewhere, I really appreciate that. So let's add... I think I changed it enough to like just justify just going from where I ended. They were all here and then some too. Raucous cheering. Oh yeah, it's set somehow in Uda's tunnel vision. That's where I started. Okidokies. I want to get to a nice round 1,000. I can write 50 more words. We worked hard to become... Like, what are we trying to... What's Mararon trying to communicate here? Like, they've worked hard with their magic to become elegant, to become human. We worked hard to impress you when we... To impress you for when we would be able to return to Hanamichi Town and the human world. Mararon replied. Yeah, I can see that, Uta said, and she clasped her hand over her breast to quell her beating heart. I worked hard too for the day we could see each other again. I wanted to do my best to help restore the heart tree by becoming an idol who can inspire hope and light in all peoples who hear my song. It's wonderful, Uta. Mararon replied. She reached out and she touched Uta's face. She wiped Uta's tears away with a graceful flick of her thumb. Uta shuddered. She's not quite aroused by, like, I mean, you could use aroused in, like, a non-sexy way. You are allowed to do that. Like, if you were aroused, you could just... It could be used as a synonym for it being alerted, but I feel like aroused has too much, like, erotic baggage, unfortunately, but she's not, like, because she's not turned on, but she is, like, her mind is opening to the possibility of becoming a triad here. Like, the idea is that we are doing polyamory, people. This has just been a really polyamorous morning. Very Yuriful, I will say. Very Yuriful morning. Ooh, maybe enchanted is a good word. And by Ron's gentleness and growth of character. Polyuria is even more so fun. Exactly. Exactly. But now I need a pretty rune reaction shot to keep it balanced. That's the only down part about writing polyamory, is that, especially if you're writing like a triad, you do need to give everyone like equal screen time. A pretty rune, ever bouncy and joyous, leaned in to Uta from her other side, never wanting to miss a chance of fun or chaos, or to peck Uta's cheek. I've missed you so much, Uta. Pretty confessed in an oddly quiet voice. Did. Mararon added. I feel like I'm on the precipice of like a big love confession from Uta. Oh, I keep saying I'll end, and then I don't, and then I'll say I would. I need to pee, so I need to. I have a rule, but I think it'd be embarrassing to like pee, go to my BRB screen, pee, come back, and then be like, okay, stream's over. So come on, we'll write like this big damn and confession moment from Uta. High energy antics. And I've missed you even more. Uta confessed. With both of you. She flipped her arm from the chest to her side and outwards. She swept them both up in a hug. I never want to be apart from either of you. I want our sweet days of singing and domesticity to never end. Promise me you'll stay? With pleasure, Meron replied. Of course, Uta, we love you so much. Kuririn cried. Her voice oh, I need to pee so bad. Her voice unintentionally shrill as she did shed tears over the reunion and the heartfelt vow which ensued. We want to stay and stay with you forever. Forever feels like a bit much, especially coming from a fairy who's probably immortal, whereas Uta is very much not. Although that being said, my headcanon is that if all the you and Isla Preca girls were to die, I do think they would become reincarnated as fairies. I don't know, that feels like subtext that's just there. Because, like, it happened with Chocorine, if you think about it. But I feel like saying forever and ever is very childish, which is something Pretty Rin would absolutely say. So, what happens next is hug. Stuff happens next. Kiss. Stuff happens. Three-way kiss. Because there would be like a interlude between these two and this scene and that scene. I think that makes sense. God, I'm like disgustingly close to finishing this, which is really good. I like that. Okay. I'm going to add this to my Word document tracker to see, and then I'm going to pee. Okay, 12, we take that. We take those. We absolutely take those. Like, it's even less than 12. Yeah, it's like, it's fine. I know what I'm talking about. You guys probably don't, but I know what I'm talking about. Because I know math. I understand that this is like 3 times 3 times 3 is like 9, I think. Okay, what's this done for the overall word count? I'm curious. 1915. Interesting. Unions, love, confessions, declarations of love, hugs. There we go. I like this. I made extremely good progress on this. I'll probably finish this on my own time because I don't know when I'm going to stream next. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's like that. Sometimes I say things for me, not so much you guys. But yeah. My art gallery opening is on the 23rd of May. That is this Saturday. I'm very excited. I am fairly certain I am working the weekend after. I can't bring the calendar up. What the hell? What's going on? I don't know why it's not letting me look at the calendar on my computer. But I'm fairly certain I'm working the next weekend. However, the weekend after that, so we are in June by this point, I should be able to stream on a Saturday. So the next stream will be like a digital tour of my art gallery. I'll give you guys all the goss, all the tea, and it'll be a lot of fun. So that's something to look forward to. I'm just going to be doing guerrilla streams in between, but we'll see what happens. You never know what can happen. Like, I didn't think I'd be streaming today, for example, but I did, and it's been an extremely productive morning, and I appreciate it. I don't think I have too much else to say. Again, I always appreciate you guys' company, whether you're here for a little while or a long while. I have a good time regardless, and I hope you do as well. And thank you for all the views on last night's VOD. What the hell? And hopefully I will make YouTube Shorts at some point. That is something I would like to do. I've got a lot of clips from, like, earlier this year that can turn into YouTube Shorts, and even some... I'm going to turn that Connections moment into a YouTube Short. I think that'll be a nice, easy one for me to do. Maybe I'll even do it tonight. Who knows? Probably not. I'm lazy. But we'll see. We'll see. I want to make YouTube Shorts. It's, like, something I would like to do again soon. Yeah. I don't think there's anything else. As usual... Oh yeah, but I do have a Discord for anyone who wants to join. The Discord is, like, segregated a little bit. And that you can, like, there's, like, the main area where it's just, like, the hangout zones where it's, like, anime, gaming, YouTube, whatever. But if you want to, just a reminder, just read the rules carefully. If not, if you're having troubles, let me know. Because you have to opt in to get, like, the fanfiction stuff or the art stuff or the streaming stuff. Just so everyone knows, because it does trick some people. But I'll keep an eye on that. But yeah, and like usual, I do have a raid message, and it is wishing you a Merry Raidmas. Thank you guys so much for coming. I really appreciate it. I'll head to my ending screen and we'll find someone to raid. Bye-bye! We'll see, we'll see. I don't need these tabs, I can get rid of them. Twitch channel. Mute. Let's see. Oh, Nova's live. I want to raid. Yeah. Let's raid Nova Okami because I think she's really cool. Because it's not often I get to raid, like, the bigger VTubers, you know? Okie dokies. Thank you guys so much for coming. Have a great rest of your day, night, evening, whatever is most applicable. Bye-bye!